For four, that is your sign. There is a divine healing that is happening. Trust spirit is what I decided to title your reading. Pisces, thank you for your patience with me. Loves, I know your last reading was freaking awesome and a long time ago, and I had some tech issues, difficulty, so I just appreciate you bearing with me, boo. Let's talk about your cover photo. I pulled out two cards out of like your relationships energy, and your overall energy was like stay single for a while and heal your inner child. Self-love, 41. You could be 41. This is also a light card. And, you know, your friends, your family members, new love, relationships will understand this. So you have a lot of supportive people in your energies. And you do have slow down in the reverse underneath that. Get to know the person before you commit to them. So Spirit's just warning you about right now, divine healing is most important in regards of the relationship with yourself. Out of the relationship stack, you got these two cards here, which you had two of pentacles in reverse and then the star card underneath it. You could be going through some sort of divine healing here, a brand new beginning, new opportunities in order to heal yourself, work with somebody here who maybe is a healer, and really kind of saying like no to dating or maybe even like no to others and, you know, releasing any balancing here. And I feel like you right now are kind of in your, you know, self-love energy where you are taking time for yourself to just be able to heal your mind, your body, your spirit here overall, because I feel like you might be overworked and you're calling some more balance and rejuvenation in your life. Some of you could also experience maybe depression here, Five of Cups in the reverse, and needing to like want to get back on track here. This could have been something that you've experienced for a long time because we also had Eight of Cups in the reverse, and it's like you can't ignore it anymore, and Spirit wants you to fill or be full and not pour from an empty cup. So there's something about that. The star card, you could be dealing with an Aquarius. For some of you, maybe going to like a cacao ceremony, yoga, getting out in nature. You could be going on a retreat. You could be closing your eyes and taking deep breath, focusing on breath work. But this is going to help you move forward into some better alignment and your destiny here overall. So really trust yourself. You may be working with red roses or flowers during this time. So I want to talk about the thumbnail here. Pisces, if you're new, what up? I'm Shamelessly Sexy Jackie. I'm a psychic medium, certified sex therapist, turned sexual confidence coach. So I make videos about psychic tarot, channeling, astrology, mental health, and sexual wellness here overall. So if you're new, make sure to smash the subscribe button, boo. Pisces, let's talk about this. I pull cards on your relationships, day-to-day messages, money, finances, career, retirement here, higher self messages, as well as like sexual energies, and I clarify what I need to with the tarot, boo, and then I really give you something tangible to focus in on, to zone in on overall. Pisces, you could be seeing 444, 111, and 222. Pay attention to those angel numbers around you. Your overall energies here for your higher self was rest. So this card says slow down, connect to nature, and calm your system here. So you may be like hugging a tree, ask it permission. Always ask, you know, Mother Nature for permission here overall. If there are animals that you see out in nature, allow them to be there first. Everything, don't be territorial over the space, whatever. But reason why you ask for permission is to be able to just show that respect and that gratitude. And trees also hold energy too. And some people have the ability to see auras of trees and colors and orbs. And why would you want to hug a tree? That was maybe a little bit sad here, right? So if there's a yes, then your body will tell you, your mind will tell you. Or if there's a no, again, same thing. So just pay attention to that and these little nudges here. But you might just be needing to do some things to get out in nature, kind of heal, maybe walk, do whatever here. But I really see a lot of you going through some spiritual crown chakra activations during this time, getting a lot of divine downloads, divine wisdom. There's some higher alignment here and maybe even spiritual awakenings for some of you, or even ascension symptoms. So pay attention to your body and your mind here overall. With crown chakra, like activations, this is compassion for self and others. It's at oneness. It's seeing the self in others. It's also allowingness, harmonious, being peaceful, non-attached to certain types of things. And it's very non-reactive. And you may be going through some sort of like spiritual cleanse on like a body level here overall. And maybe you've just needed to rest because with spiritual awakening and ascension symptoms, it feels like oh, physically I'm sick. And that just might be, you know, a part of this process for you, but it may be more so on a soul level that you're kind of cleansing here. And you could be having a lot of vivid dreams, maybe feeling like spiritually hungover and like, what the heck is all this about? And then it making work difficult, because we have make it work in the reverse and the world card, money, finances, career, retirement here. And it's almost like this isn't a success, and you may need to take some time off or for self-care for a lot of you if you're experiencing this too, because there's clearly a call for you to focus on your own wellness at this time, your own healing at this time, and I think you're doing really well with that. For others, you need to do better with that, okay? It's very interesting. Your day-to-day messages, the shameless truth, we have trading love for money. When people trade love for money, it's a flattery and abuse tactic. So there may be family members, friends, bosses, or other relationships that are giving you love to receive money from you. Pay attention to people who are benefiting off your energy. And we also have don't cheat your energy, and don't be cheap with your energy. I feel like this is other people maybe cheating you out of some sort of money that might be owed to you, or this is like you not focusing on your healing during this time, and then you have bigger expenses later. For others of you, these people are like cheating you out of some sort of opportunity because they want to use like your talents and titles to get ahead. And there's a lot of people around you that have a lot of fake intentions. They may want to collaborate, and they might be intrigued by your credentials, and they may be like, hey, I want to write a book with you. Hey, I want to blog with you. Hey, I want, to do social media posts with you, do a podcast with you, YouTube, whatever. And you might be channeling some sort of divine wisdom guidance here, and they might be trying to use that and give you some sort of love and affection and cheat you out of some sort of energy exchange here. I don't know why here. This could be happening in the workplace because we do have make it work overall, but you're experiencing ups and downs in that, and that hasn't been illuminated to you yet of like, I need to stop some sort of cycle. There's something better for you here. You might need to allow yourself to move on, especially if there's ups and downs in some sort of company contract, long-term commitment where it's just like a power struggle is what I'm feeling like. Or for others of you, it's like there's a lot of work at sometimes, and then there's not enough downtime, or vice versa. There's too much downtime, and then you're like bored when you're really trying to also like make work, if that makes sense here overall. But this card says you have all the tools you need to succeed, but you have to put in the effort. You may be excellent at working with your hands or fixing problems. You could be a mechanic, you could be a trainer, you could be a manager, maybe even teaching people and overseeing some stuff to fix like some sort of problems here in a company, whatever it might be overall. But we do have Capricorn energy in the reverse, which is feeling like something that I've tried to make work in my job, my career, my retirement, my finances is just not working. And 5 of Cups, it's not filling you up, and you might release yourself and get some sort of new contract, and there's an opportunity ahead. So you have Gemini, Aquarius, Libra here, and someone is going to message you about this specifically. It's something new, it's something exciting, and you might be completely changing jobs here and, getting out of some sort of connection too. You could also have Capricorn in your chart as well. Let's talk about your sexual energies. I really like it. So some of you in your relationships, it's clear that you are staying single for a while. You're healing yourself, your inner child. For your sexual energies, some of you actually are going to be dating. So just only take what resonates with you. You had the Knight of Ecstasy, which is Knight of Cups. So water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There could be somebody who has a crush on you, giving you some sort of gift present, asking you on a date, telling you how they feel. For others of you, this is like someone that you're very sexually attracted to, and it is an emotional connection, and they charm the pants off of you. They could have some third house energies, which is Gemini. You could also have Gemini in your chart, but Gemini third house energy is like you could meet this person in your day-to-day places and spaces that you go to, like the gym, restaurants, things of that sort here overall, or in your like local neighborhood or wherever you're out and about. When it comes to sexual energy, some of you are kind of thinking about relationships and sex, and you might be kind of exploring and talking about this a little bit more, be it to partners or people that you are dating here, because for some of you, you will be dating. Congratulations, and getting some sort of offering, invite, opportunity. So keep your eyes peeled for that in the local community. You might just say fuck it and find out, ask somebody out on a date, and it goes really really well. So congratulations. And for others of you, it's cool if you're staying single for a little while. People will understand. They're just telling me it's on your timing. So don't rush any timing with anything, or the process with any of this, Pisces. I don't know who needs to hear that. So we will shuffle out these cards and see what's going on for you here overall, okay? Pisces, most important messages, please, Spirit. What do they need to know during this time? Okay, whew. Death and rebirth, a divine healing, okay? Transformation, new self, cycle or release, and some of you are being called to release resistance here overall. You have this phoenix rising from the ashes moment here, and I feel like for some of you, this is closing up a major cycle where there can be brand new changes, that things are like now open, and now you're speaking things into existence in this life force energy and releasing like what doesn't serve you anymore. And it's almost like people didn't see how hard you really worked on yourself, for yourself, by yourself here with this death to rebirth and rising from the ashes and still not being beaten down by anything or life's difficulties here. So congratulations. That is hard to do and hard work to move through in energies here. And for a lot of you, you may be like, does anybody see me? Do they actually see what I'm doing, where I'm going, what's happening? And you are seen, and the divine sees you too here overall. You could have Scorpio in your chart too, or 8th house placements. Ego illusions, yeah. So it says, don't believe your thoughts, inner stories, and befriend the ego. So notice like when your ego is saying certain things of like, you can't do that because nobody in your family has been like a billionaire. You can't do this because nobody can, has ever done that before, right? And it's almost like, oh, that's my ego trying to hold me back and project some sort of thought that isn't necessarily healthy for me, good for me, or maybe even ruminative. You could be experiencing negative thoughts, limiting beliefs, needing to really challenge any cognitive distortions during this time and reframe your mindset. We have creatrix, very beautiful energy here. This says, express your emotions, birth your creations, and womb energy. I love that, Pisces. Overall, inner darkness. So you have 55 here, hold state, knowing patterns, release versus feed. So this is about releasing things that don't serve you, narratives that don't serve you, outdated mindsets that don't serve you, in order to feed this brand new reality that you're creating here and surrender to the flow, right? The feminine energy. I don't care if you're a man, you have feminine energies, divine masculine and feminine. That's the yin and the yang here, okay? Top of the deck overall, pause. Yeah, you're being called to pause and reflect on this and release this. Make sure you're responding versus reacting. Observe your thoughts, and maybe mindfulness could be really helpful for you, as well as to manifest magic here, to really weave your magic. There's miracles coming in, and some of you may be learning about manifestations in order to create a better life, in order to create happiness, in order to create more abundance. And you really do have to keep, your vibration high here. And Pisces, we just had, a couple different planets move out of your sign for years, and the North Node is in your sign, and you hold the collective on your back here. And so I want you to also be compassionate towards yourself as much as you are towards other people here. Be kind to yourself, be kind to your mind, be kind to your body, your soul, your heart, your spirit. Self-love overall. Yeah, self-acceptance, self-care, compassion, and vulnerability, like I just said. Talk to people around you as well. Connect with your community if you're going through anything. Maybe seek likely people nice people that are likely to also be supportive in all of this, support systems. Let's get the shameless truth, general messages, day-to-day messages for Pisces. Woo, entitlement attitude versus giving energy. Someone else got that today. Who was it? Could have been Sagittarius, Aries, or Aquarius. I've done those signs today. But entitlement is when you have expectations that people owe you. That's when you make a mistake. When you're giving from a place of love, that is when you pull people to you. Some people use love as a way to think they're giving, but with an entitled expectation. Do not reinforce this behavior. When people are giving you energy from a place of true love, give back with zero expectation. So there could be people who have entitlement attitudes around you, and it's been really frustrating, and it's like, oh my gosh, like it's just so much ego projection. Okay. Then you have attracting, not chasing. Yeah, like you're only going to give energy to the people that give it back to you, but you're also not desperate. And light at the end of the tunnel, make sure you find it. So I feel like you're going through this like death to rebirth, transformation energy, the phoenix rising, and you're zooming through this tunnel. It's almost like the light is almost there. There's something that wants to come in for you. Ooh, you could be getting some sort of like makeover, tattoo, piercing, wardrobe, hair, nails done, massage. But again, those might be a part of like your self-love rituals during this time. Like, never got a tattoo before, but maybe I want to get a tattoo and spend some money on this because it's something that I actually love. It's wearable art. I have it forever. Maybe I want a piercing for the same reasons. New wardrobe to make myself, maybe I don't like the outdated clothes that I have or the energies or the stories that were attached to them during time. Maybe I'm getting my nails done. Maybe I'm getting a nice massage. Maybe I'm getting a haircut. There's something about just having some fun here. Tell me about entitlement attitude versus giving. Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah. You're releasing yourself from people who've hurt you in the past. I feel like this is a lot of generational trauma, wounding patterns, maybe even family members here or people that felt like family, groups of people. Yeah, that Ace of Swords, you're seeing the truth of like, wow, these people are not healthy. Wow, I need to get away from this. Wow, I need to actually give energy to people who actually do love and care about me. And there's a lot of people that are going to be coming towards you here overall. They're telling me like Sagittarius with this arrow energy, but Judgment in the reverse. There's a lot of karmic people who just literally want to judge and make like this idea of like, you owe me because of this. Remember this one time I did this one thing for you and now you owe me here. But it's almost like a lot of people in your energy or past energies, because this came up in the past position, like wanted to judge you, wanted to judge other people, and you're like, I'm not doing this. I don't like this. I don't enjoy this. You could have been dealing with a Scorpio who wanted to take advantage of you in some sort of way. And Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, good for you. You protected your energy, your peace. It did not work. Five of Cups. Meanwhile, they were maybe depressed and down and despair because they couldn't take advantage of you. So keep your standards high during this time, Pisces. Something about attracting, not chasing. You're not desperate. What's this about? Two of Cups. This is like a relationship. This might be a past ex or friend that's trying to come back around and you're like, or even current friendships, you're like, you forget about me? I'm not texting you back first. Why would I send you a message when you can't even show up for me, right? Ten of Wands in the reverse, you're not allowing them back into your energy. You've moved on. And Knight of Cups. Again, there was something, I thought about this and I wish I wrote it down, but I heard like there's an ex coming back for you, Pisces. And I was like, what? No. And then sure shit, it's showing up in the cards. And it's almost like they have some sort of manipulative agenda because they know that they could emotionally get to you in some way. You're not letting them. The Hermit card, you meditate on this, you see through this. This could also be a Virgo. You could have it in your chart here, but the divine is protecting you and literally saying, don't go back to this person, and that could be why you just need to stay single for a little while. Tell me about this light at the end of the tunnel. What does Pisces need to know, please, Spirit? Or taking time for yourself here. This doesn't even have to be single. This could just be in friendships. Knight of Wands in the reverse. You've been working really hard. Maybe things have felt chaotic or reckless here. You could have also dealt maybe with some sort of like abuse physically, sexually from like a fire sign energy, or maybe during teenage years. You could have been like bullied. There could have been something about that. The Empress card overall, or maybe even abuse from a mother or matriarch here. Does not have to be. Pisces. The light at the end of the tunnel is you. Remember that with this Empress card, the light here on the stomach, when you came to be here on a soul level, you chose to be birthed into this world. You are this light in people's lives here. And I don't know if people realize it or not. And I don't know who I'm talking to. I know there's only 5 people on the live. And this could be something you're watching the replay back. Let me know if this resonates with you. You are the light, even in the dark. Even if people may have forgotten about you. Even if people treated you poorly. But you always nurtured them. You always cared about them. You always looked out for them. Had the best interest for them. You always protected them. You always were compassionate towards maybe people when they couldn't be compassionate towards you. Yeah. And you have a lot of success here, and people do love you overall, but you're also like, I'm sick of being the strong one here, battling for these things. And you're almost waiting for people to come towards you. Purple flowers could be significant in yellow lilies, as well as deers, which represent being gentle on yourself, and white horses, which represent purity and freeing yourself from some sort of situation. I feel like some of you freed yourself. This is not going to resonate with everyone, from some sort of abusive relationship dynamic. This could be a family member, a friend, an ex, lover, partner. For others of you, this could have been you're really healing your mother line right now with this and moving forward from anything that was not healthy here. And for others of you, this light at the end of the tunnel is you birthing something brand new into creation here overall, and it being very beautiful. For some of you, this is an unwanted pregnancy, but like, congratulations, you're going to make sure you love this baby no matter what. And there's going to be a very successful relationship. For others of you, this is birthing some sort of manifestation, creation into existence, and it's going to take off. So Pisces, I don't know who needs to hear these things, but you are loved. People see you as successful. People see you as just a beautifully abundant, creative, amazing, loving, caring, compassionate person here. Two of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, like Spirit's like, let's show you this, okay? And a person might come to you. They could have, and Page of Wands, maybe you didn't get that kind of love or compassion from childhood, but again, you could also be having a Leo baby, an Aries baby, like freeing yourself here. This was destined for you to answer some sort of call here and see this light at the end of the tunnel. Tell me about tattoo, piercing, wardrobe, hair care, nails done, massage. Ooh, King of Swords in the reverse. You may not actually book it, but before that popped out, Spirit was like, book it. Don't delay this. There's some sort of self-care thing that you've been wanting to do it. Six of Pentacles, but you're like, but what about in the reverse? But what about this? What about that? What about like my responsibilities to these people? Pisces. About the responsibility to yourself. You will do it. There will be a sign and opportunity. Someone, maybe even a child or someone you know from childhood, or a younger sibling, or maybe someone younger than you, is going to be like, yo, go book it. You're going to need that. Yeah. Restoration here. You're going to be so glad you did it. You're going to feel rejuvenated. The World card. This could also be a Capricorn telling you, yo, Pisces, spend your money a little bit on yourself. Okay. You don't have to go overboard, but like, give yourself a little TLC. It's going to transform you. You're going to feel really good. Aries energy kind of vibe here, okay? Don't delay this anymore. Have some fun with this overall, okay? Very beautiful. Let's see what the top of the deck is. Pisces, okay? You're calculated. So you have someone who's around you, Pisces. This person's calculated, telling you everything they want to hear. They're scripted, and they know exactly what to tell you to get something from you. They're playing you like a game. And we talked about this in that middle card where it was the Knight of Cups in the reverse, and there was checkers on that card that popped out. So again, don't get tempted to go back into old timelines or anything outdated. Spirit's warning you with this here, okay? And what's adding versus depleting in your life? If people, places, or resources are not adding to you, don't go back to them. So I'm very curious what your career spread will be like here. Power trips, ego control. People will want to control, manipulate you when their life is out of control. Their ego is too big. You got someone who needs to take accountability for something, for like maybe hurting you. So we'll see what comes out in career and relationships. Okay, Pisces. Outside forces, the full moon in Sagittarius is on the 11th. Pay attention to that date. Unknown figures are driving the situation. Again, the divine, they're healing something with your finances. You may not be able to control the outcome. The cycle will shift. You'll be okay. Something's being illuminated, okay? Something hidden is coming to light. Find out about new job opportunities, options. Someone might lead you a helping hand, maybe a connection. Maybe they're sending your resume to somebody. Maybe they're sending you job opportunities, positions. Maybe they're teaching you how to open up a business. Maybe they are giving you some sort of gift here. Limitations. Sagittarius had that card in the same positions. Obstacles are not what they seem. You can get around them with some careful thought or put something better for you. Many choices overall. You have options if you can't see them right away. Get creative, look around. And underneath that, flashback. So there might be something you did in the past that takes off, or an idea that you thought about that takes off here overall, that makes you feel really good and abundant and in the flow. And it's about, you also giving something back to the world that you love doing. Very beautiful. And it's a great opportunity, a golden opportunity. Doors are opening up for you. Start a business, invest in a new adventure. You have the chance to change jobs. Doors are opening up for you. So trust this specifically. Spirit wants you to be in the flow. Spirit wants you to create. Spirit wants you to be able to focus on your connections, maybe from the past, could be coming around for a second chance. But ultimately, you are the person that's going to be creating some sort of give and take. Maybe it's an energy exchange of like money and a service or something you want to do. So outside forces, tell me about this. Three of Pentacles. You might be working together in a group or some sort of like teamwork setting, collaboration here. They're telling me like accounting, finance, investing. Maybe you're working with all of that. Maybe you like put your taxes through later and there's some money coming back now. I don't know. Some of you are meant to build something like with your hands. You may be an interior designer, decorator, builder, painter, working on houses here. This is something where you might also craft something with your hands or do something. Five of Pentacles, though, you are afraid whether or not this idea that you have could actually help a lot of people and if they would pay you for it, or you're doing more work in a group and you're not getting as much of the pay cut here that you deserve here. Yeah, Nine of Wands, you need to release some control and give it up here. The Magician card, because there might be some sort of legality or opportunity where you actually like advocate for yourself with this, Gemini, Virgo, and you're like, hey, we need to update the contract here if I'm doing 3 people's jobs, or I'm working more in the group, or I'm working late nights, I'm burnt out, I'm tired, I need to rest. It's influencing my mental health here, which came up in the other spreads. And so some of you are going to be talking to higher ups, and there might be some like divine help with this specifically. Foxes and black cats could also be significant. Nine of Pentacles, you're going to get a raise, a bonus, a promotion here. And there's something about tell people with the book here about like your credentials, your skills, why you deserve to get paid more, the things that you did. So you might be logging that, tracking that for some tangible evidence or like receipts here. Hawk spirit could also be significant, but I see you celebrating this and gaining more financial freedom and independence here overall. But spirit's also like, you can't be overworking more than other people in this company or this group setting for those of you that are here. For others of you that are like small business owners or opening up your own small business, I see you collaborating with people or a team, and also the same applies here specifically. Like if they're not doing as much of the work and you're collaborating and you're doing a percent cut, let's say they don't get the majority share of like the percentage. That's just not fair to you. And for others of you with like investments and retirement, it's like similar. You may need to like pull out some investments that have just been draining, but I do see 2 new opportunities coming in and a financial wish like literally granted here overall. So I do love that for you. There might be a group financial investment or a family financial investment or a friend financial advisor that like you pull out of or away from. Because maybe it's not the best for you and you find a better person to help you. This accountant, investor, advisor could have like red hair. Red roses could also be significant to you, as well as lilies here. Tell me about illumination. Does Pisces need to know? Someone's like helping you with something here. What is this about? 2 of Cups, a partnership here. A decision, a choice to move forward with someone. This could be a lover. This could be a friend. This could be a family business here. 7 of Swords in the reverse. But they might go behind your back on something. Chariot card. Someone used like a company car or like stole it, or there's like a flat tire, or maybe they stole something from you. Ooh. For others of you, this is like a flat tire, going to work, getting to work. For those of you in committed partnerships, I see you needing to like put some money into your car, or there's something that's just delayed till Cancer season. What comes of this? Okay, 10 of Pentacles overall. Interesting. So for a lot of you, this is like potentially opening up a family business, and this could just be delayed till Cancer season, because Seven of Swords in the reverse, you might need to like finish up some other tasks, some other business, some other things here. And this could even be like a car business, sales, or even like you might be a real estate agent. For others of you, you might be working with animals, or you might be those people who do like picnics outdoors, like, right? I'm kind of getting that with like these two cards, and like, you know, the picnic people that like set up the space and it's all cute and stuff. This could also be a celebration with family of like picnic, or for others of you, you're getting something during Cancer season and you don't see it. It's from like maybe parents that are in love, Two of Cups, and it could be some sort of financial windfall, inheritance, more money. Like you could be the child of like two parents doing this to you, giving you some sort of gift here. And ultimately, like they don't want you to like spin your wheels, like being in some sort of setting that's not the best for you or maybe hurts you and maybe drains you emotionally and you're really upset or sad. But this is like legacy wealth here, Fool card. It's going to bring you a brand new beginning and opportunity. Some of you, you're going to be able to take that trip, that vacation, that time off, go back to school. For others of you, go back to school. You're going to be going to master your craft with something here. Okay. If you're in the chat, please definitely make sure to like this video. I would appreciate that. It helps the channel. Tell me about limitations, Pisces. Justice in the reverse. A contract isn't giving you what it wanted to. The Death card, you may leave this during Libra Scorpio season. A Scorpio might be looking, it might be coming in to help you or look into something. Knight of Swords and the Emperor in the reverse. I'm telling you, some sort of boss here put like some sort of non-disclosure agreement, non-compete agreement, and it's keeping you small here, and it's not giving you karmic justice. We also have Saturn that just moved into Aries. This is in the reverse, and Libra is a sibling sign. You could have those placements in your chart here, but Scorpio is also like this energy of like, we need to stop paying people less than what they deserve. Someone could be warning you about this, and it's like, this isn't as good as it looks for others of you. Somebody passes on, and there's some sort of like misrepresentation of what was in a will here. Because with the Death card, they're showing me point to the person grieving back there, right? You could be losing a Libra, Scorpio, or Aries. They could have it in their chart. You could have it in their chart. This is also making you think, okay, this is sad. This is like when companies make you think, oh, well, you signed an NDA, so you can't do this for so many years. It's almost like they have a hold on your credentials. You may need to hire a lawyer. You might be fighting a legal battle here, and this might just get cut off here. For others of you, I feel like there's some sort of payout or money that's owed to you that like this company's being very stubborn about, this boss is being very stubborn about, or a sibling or someone in a will, a friend, whatever. This is also like they hold, like if you have some sort of like accreditation that you got through that company, they put something in your contract, a clause of like, you can't use this skill if you leave here because we paid for it, or you have to pay out this money, right? For others of you, there's like NDA, there's non-competes. And I feel like this is what makes you feel so stuck and limited. But Spirit's like, you need to get out of this company for some of you. Like it's holding you back. Yeah, Hermit card. Like they're really sketchy, and they like lied to you, manipulated you into thinking this would be good. What comes of this? The World card, you're going to get some sort of worldly success when you leave this. And I don't see this company lasting longer. Knight of Wands, they've created a lot of problems with a lot of people here. And it's like, this is going to get exposed during Gemini season. Or they just you made really good choices, and Spirit sees this and is creating better opportunities that you are going to love, and people that are going to bring this to you fast after. And it could be a Capricorn, a fire sign, an air sign. And some of you might ultimately move for work here, and your work's going to to really take off. 8 of Wands, it's going to explode here. Congratulations. You have many choices. Some of you, I do see you going into your own business. That's going to be really good for you. I'm excited for you and happy for you here overall. King of Pentacles in reverse, you are going to get some sort of payout because these people delayed paying you in some sort of position. Again, the Emperor in the reverse, and they're going to have to pay this. There's some sort of lawsuit with a company here or multiple. Yep, Knight of Cups, and you're going to create something much better for yourself. You could also be a painter here too, or a creative, an artist, and take your business online or do something again with your hands. You're crafting something better. On the table, I feel like you put your demands on the table. You talked about this. You've asked for help, your raise, a promotion, whatever, or this money being owed to you, and they still haven't done it. In the future, you can see these things going wrong in this company. You have a lot of foresight, and you see how they're not doing you and other people justice, and how so many people are going to quit. So many people are going to break contracts. They're going to have to release a lot of their employees. And this card also represents your psychic knowing, your intuition, and you might get some visions, some hits, some downloads, some dreams, some signs, some synchronicities. Plan for the future while living in the present. You're always supported by spirit. Your psychic abilities can bring you prosperity. So talk about it. Yeah, strategy, chess here. Create a step-by-step plan. Ask somebody for help who's done what you're wanting to do. And passage here. Certain situation is coming to an end. Uncertain voyage to a new world. Enjoy the discoveries as you go. Like I said, you may be moving for work here. So let me know what resonates with that, Pisces. I'm very curious. I have no idea who this read resonates with or for. Let's get into your relationships, your relational energies, Pisces. Pisces, please. Okay. They require emotional intimacy before they can have sex with you. That could be you. That could be them. It could be a Cancer. You have the codependent card coming out, which is literally Cancer. And this is like in the reverse. I feel like this relationship connection may not even work out. This person won't do things on their own and relies on others. They're codependent. And for others of you, you are in a committed relationship and you have a strong bond and it's very secure. Woo, someone's using the silent treatment to manipulate you. Okay. That is literally psychological and emotional abuse. So careful, Pisces. What's this require intimacy before they can have sex with you? We'll shuffle out sexual energies too, but we're not there yet. Queen of Cups, like I said, Pisces, this could be you. This could be a Cancer. It's in the reverse. That's Cancer's card. Queen of Swords, you might talk about this, and you might be in a same-sex or gender relationship. Ultimately, this is like holding you back and has been a blockage and you've kind of been stuck in a rut with this person. Queen of, Pentacles in the reverse, Knight of Cups in the reverse. It's almost like this person isn't grounded enough to have an emotional connection with you. It's like they're talking out of their ass is what Spirit's saying. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, and you're like, I'm not going to have a pity party with you. They ultimately might push you away, Pisces. 5 of Swords. Yeah, 55. You could be 55. That could be a sign here. It's something that they do the talk, but they don't do the walk here. And they're almost like then using sex as a weapon to manipulate you. I hate that. Gross. Tell me about this codependent energy. 6 of Wands in the reverse. They want to do everything with you. They want to be able to be all the success with you. It's almost like they won't let you do things on your own, let you go have fun with your friends, let you see people. The Star card could be an Aquarius, or you're just like needing to heal this relationship wound. 7 of Pentacles. It's like this person needs to heal and work on themselves. Otherwise, this is not going to work. It's not a divinely aligned, committed relationship. And Spirit's almost like you're destined for better. Like you can do better than this, Pisces. 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to drop the ball and this person is going to be in the dust. Meanwhile, Page of Cups and the Sun card, you're going to find your own happiness. Maybe by Leo season. King of Wands. Yeah, and Queen of Wands in the reverse. This person's insecure and you can't be this person that just hypes them up all the time or raises their self-esteem and receive nothing. Tell me about this strong bond. What's this about? Cancer in the reverse, Chariot. This could be delayed if some of you are single. For others of you, yeah. It could be seeing family members. Maybe you have a really good connection, like with your family or your spouse or your partners or your chosen family. Pride is also in June, and that's during Cancer season. Yeah, death card here overall. Scorpio energy. You're just like freeing yourself out of codependent energies into confident energies is how I read it. And Three of Cups. You might have multiple partners here and feeling really good about this. For others of you, you are like potentially poly with the Three of Cups, as well as like meeting your folks, your people whom you love, like good friendships here too. And it's like having that emotional security as well in all and any relationships here. It really feels like family and friends. So congratulations. Who's trying to manipulate Pisces with the silent treatment? Okay, right off the bat, we had Scorpio pop out, the Judgment card. Underneath that, Eight of Wands, Ace of Cups, King of Wands, Judgment, Scorpio card. So you are literally going to see this overall. And this is going to be right in front of your face. And you're really taking this leadership autonomy, this role in your life of like, yeah, I don't play that. I don't do this. I don't consent to that. I cannot be manipulated in this situation. And Magician in the reverse, someone could have tried to do some spell casting on you, but it went back onto them. It didn't work out. Gemini, Virgo energy, and it's almost like they thought they could get into your energies. Yeah, but Nine of Wands, they failed. Failure. Yeah. They're showing me the dad and stepbrothers when he's like yelling at the two boys and like, failures. It's like that. Page of Pentacles. Again, you don't care. You're loving yourself, having fun, going on dates, dating yourself, loving yourself, and releasing anybody who's trying to manipulate you. So congratulations, Pisces. Yeah, multiple offers for dates, work, opportunities. Congratulations. And this person, for some of you, is here for a reason, and that's a season. It might be fine, though. You might learn some sort of life lesson from this person. If it's a lover, a short-term commitment, someone you dated, or for others of you, you might be reflecting on the past and being like, wow, what did I learn from that previous friendship? Wow, what did I learn from that relationship? Wow, how can I apply that to my future? So let's get the sexual energies. First house. So Aries energy, ego, identity. You may be questioning things sexually, who you are, what you want in relationships. And like I said, retrograde, reflecting on the past here. Journeying backwards through the underworld, sexual insights, reflection. Seventh house in the reverse. Some of you might reflect whether or not you actually want a marriage or a long-term commitment. For others of you, you may just be like, yeah, no, I just want to share and pleasure with others. And I'm good. Sextile, there's some sort of sexual growth, inspiration, feeling encouraged. Your goals are within reach. You could be 41 or 37. 1, 5, 7, and 10 could be significant numbers, dates, everything like that. You could be dealing with an Aries, Libra. Again, like, I don't know if you saw the Saturn in Aries, whoever I'm talking to. Watch that video on my channel. There's something about those energies that keep coming up. In your reading specifically, Pisces, Saturn was in your sign here, and now it's out. So it's lessons and blessings, and like it's karma. Do you want karmic lessons or do you want karmic blessings? Like we all want the blessings. So tell me about this first house. Nine of Desires. Oof. You've been hurt in relationships and you're really trying to let go of some sort of victim mindset, or you're working through something here. You could have really felt like this relationship in the past was not good for me, not healthy for me. A lot of you need to think about how you're talking about exes, is what Spirit's also saying. For others of you, if you're experiencing like shame because you're like, I experienced gender dysphoria because I don't fit the gender binary, right? My sexuality is different, and like, or I'm BDSM, or I'm kinky, or I'm poly. Like, you really might be questioning like whom you are during this time and worrying about that. Yeah, Four of Cups, ecstasy. And you might be feeling a little discouraged here, or even asexual. And Pisces, your card, energy, the Moon card in the reverse. Again, and this card says sexual shame here. You could also be dealing with a Pisces who's got a lot of sexual shame, but for a lot of you, this is where you're like needing to go within, heal any shadows, work on yourself here when it comes to relationships and sex, or past secrets, or things that you hid, parts of yourself, or how you showed up maybe poorly in relationships and not be a victim. Yeah, your sibling sign, Hermit card energy, 99 here, and this could be someone holding back some sort of, third party affair, a lover. Maybe you're really hurt in the past and it's screwed with your sexual identity, your relationships, your love life, and whether or not you want to be in a commitment. This is Gemini energy, and you have 3 major arcana, so there could be something about that, or some sort of news during Gemini season for couples, poly partnerships. You might also be making the choice of like, I can love multiple people here. And if you cheated, maybe that's the lesson that you learned on. So just take what resonates with you. There's a lot of options. And that's why you might be thinking about this. There's a need for you to be, again, it came out in another card, compassionate. And now it's in this card with the swans, compassion here. Retrograde. 6 of seductions. Yeah, you're stuck in the past from something that went unhealed. King of ecstasy, cups in the reverse, and 10 of seductions in the reverse. You're healing through something pretty big. For some of you, this might have been you were a father, you had kids, you stepped out on your children, or a mother in a distorted divine masculine energy, and you were ultimately maybe selfish here. For others of you, you were settling less than you deserved, and you didn't have a partner who could emotionally hold you, didn't have EQ, they were impatient in your relationship. Maybe they were impatient with you or with sex. And you needed more foreplay, or there could have been like some psychological or emotional abuse here. And now you're healing this and you're working through this and you're setting yourself up for success with better relational and sexual boundaries. Ace of pleasures, but you're like almost, Knight of pleasures, not ready to date here overall. But the Fool card, there is a brand new beginning in the future, but it's when you feel sexually prepared, because the Fool card is the first deck in the tarot. It's the first major arcana. So it's about you for a change. And I feel like other people maybe be asking you out from your past, and you're like, I don't want to go back to these past energies, which is fine. So we got 7th house. Page of ecstasy here. Interesting. So some of you, there's good news. There's an emotionally intimate connection, and like you're gonna feel very emotionally like reassured. Others of you, there's like maybe a date night opportunity that's really fun, or a sexual play day. It's like a spiritual and sexual connection. Queen of seductions, they're going to call you up in the upright. People find you sexy, attractive, your mind, how you speak, what you say, sense of humor. Yeah, they're telling me they're funny. You're funny. High priestess, Cancer energy. So this could be with a Cancer. You could have Cancer in your chart, but this is you going within and trusting yourself in regards of sexual and relational commitments, connections, whom you're dating, who gets your energies, and wanting that emotional connection. You may be reading about this in a book. Spirit might give you some sort of dream sign message here overall about this person. You might also be inclined to get like a reading done with all that too. 10 of desires in the reverse. Yeah, you're not going back to something from the past here. You're closing up a major cycle of releasing anything from past relationships that didn't work out, and you're stepping into something brand new, better sexual connections, relationships, dates, really having a lot of pleasure here with other people and yourself. So congratulations, Pisces. I really love that. Overall, this is a beautiful spread when it comes to your sexual energies, and I really see you doing and being with yourself, and with a lot of work here, lots of work here overall. But yeah, like you're closing up a major cycle and you're not going back to any exes, and that's really hard. Okay, for some people, they're telling me Venus in Pisces, so your Venus could be in Pisces, which is like where it's exalted, so that could be a challenge if you're like, do I go back to this person, do I not, right? A conjunction, brand new beginnings here is being created and affecting your relationships now, Capricorn, so you're really focused on your goals, remembering what partners might like sexually, or you want a partner to remember that. 22 could be significant. This is exploring some things more, but for some of you, you just might want somebody who takes sexual initiative and action here, and that's Capricorn energy. So let's shuffle out. Spirit says, what's the final guidance here for Pisces? Thank you. Receiving, cute. Ask for what you need because you're about to receive blessings, miracles, prosperity, success, and abundance are yours. We have ESP, your psychic abilities are on the rise. Yes, that's come up multiple times. Spirit wants you to develop your gifts, so hire a mentor. Vibrations, don't lower your vibrations to other people's. Yeah, especially with all the abuse kind of energy. Close out this cycle, cut them off. Glorious, you were born for this. Don't resist your soul's purpose, and you are growing and evolving for your highest good. Ooh, black orbs, you need to cleanse your energy. Someone's gossiping, sending you evil eye. Use spiritual protection now. Say, this is not for me. Hey, baby. An aura photo. This might show up in an aura photo. So if you do get that done, also ask that practitioner, what can I do to protect my energy? Oh, you have instant manifestation on the bottom of the deck. I see a lot of success coming in for you. Altar, honor your ancestors and your spiritual team. And heart, listen to your body, mind, heart, and gut intuition for what you want in life. Pisces, this was a very beautiful read. I can see you've been working on yourself. I can see you've been putting in the time, the energy, the love, the money, the effort. Like all of that is energy, and it's not easy. And I know that it's hard to create a better, upgraded like version of yourself. And it's almost like you've freed yourself, you're releasing yourself, and you're trusting spirit. Make sure you take care of yourself, focus on your self-care, rest so you can show up as your best, and really come back and watch this read as much as you need, Pisces, okay? I love all of you. Please make sure to like this video too, boo, if you are new. That helps me out so much. And hit subscribe too. I would appreciate it. Completely free to you. Let me know what resonates in the comments below. Help the channel grow, everything like that. And turn the notification bells on because I've got a lot of psychic messages that have just been coming through, Pisces. So I love you as always. Stay tuned for more and stay shameless.